Namaste. Welcome to Self-Discovery and Self-Awakening sessions. Blissful journey through Bhagavad Gita and meditation. And thank you very much for joining. I'm Satya Kalra, your host and founder of Path to Anandam, Path to Blissful Living, and I'm your happiness coach, Gita guide, and together we are here to discover ourselves and awaken ourselves. So please forward and invite your friends so we can all have this blissful journey together. So thank you very much for joining, and I'm so honored to be with you all the time. And thank you very much for sending all the love and hearts. Happy Gita Jayanti month to all of you. As you know, there are many places in the world are being celebrated Gita Jayanti throughout the year. And we are here together celebrating by discovering ourselves and awakening ourselves. So we are here to find out how can we experience more happiness, who we are. And I have been speaking in these sessions that we are Satchit Ananda. Scripture says, Gita says, but how can we experience it? What are our challenges? And today is session 8. And the topic of our session is, what are our barriers to experience, discover ourselves, and also awaken ourselves? And through these last 7 sessions, we have found out that Gita is the greatest guide which takes us step by step to transform us, gives us the wisdom. In fact, it has been known that this is the ocean of knowledge, wisdom, timeless wisdom. So based on the Bhagavad Gita, and as I mentioned before, based on this, one of my bestsellers, among other 15 bestsellers, my Question and God's Answers, which is available on Amazon on both in hard copy as well as in the Kindle form soft copy. So you are welcome to order it from them. And also please send me your questions, because I am addressing these questions through our sessions. So you can send the questions to info@pathtoanandam.org or satya@pathtoanandam.org. And I will be posting these links under the comments in Facebook. And please, you send me your questions so we might be able to address it in this session, if not in next session or following session. So please send your questions. And one of the questions came today, which I am addressing here, that I would like to be happy all the time. I like to find out who I am. I want to awaken myself, but at the same time, I have many barriers. So we are going to discuss about other barriers, or what are our barriers are. And based on the common questions and answers, we have addressed that what are our barriers. And if you have any particular barriers which you want to address, please type it in the comment section. That will help other people to motivate also. So please continue to send your question so we can address the answers. But as you know, the purpose of these sessions are how we can uplift ourselves. How can we get out of Vishad, which is Vishad is like Arjuna's Vishad. It's not just the Arjuna's Vishad. We live in many situations. We face many challenges in our life, which are different than Arjuna's, but we all have our own stories, and those are the real challenges. So how can we get out of those challenges? So how can we convert our Vishad into Prasad? Through Karma Yoga, through Karma and Dharma. Thank you very much for sending all the love and all the hearts. Thank you. So today we will have a 40-minute session, and out of 40 minutes, 20 minutes will be talk, 15 minutes will be meditation, and 5 minutes will be the closing. And in meantime, if you have any question and answers, you want us to address the answers, please send it to us. So again, as I said, that today's session is, what are my major barriers to experience the ultimate happiness, freedom from miseries? And many times we feel that our barriers, our challenges to liberation, meditation, all those are maybe my family, maybe my spouse, maybe my children, maybe my in-laws, maybe my boss, maybe the politicians, the leaders of our country. So we think that environment, politicians, my health, there are many, many reasons which are preventing me to enjoy my life to the fullest. Can you relate to that? At one time I did. I thought all the external factors are the one which are the problems for me. But Gita, once I start reading the Gita and I start getting deeper into Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavad Gita says beautifully that there is a verse in chapter 2, 62-63, and it says, Dhyayato Vishan Punsa, Sangasteshu Upajayate, Sangas Sanjayate Kama, Kama Krodho Vijayate. Krodha bhavati sammoha, sammoha smriti vibhrama, smriti branshad buddhi nasho, buddhi nasha pranshati. What it means is that whatever we think, one develops the attachment, whatever we think. And once we develop the attachment, then we develop the desire. From desire, if it gets fulfilled, we are very happy at that time. But our greed goes up because we want more. At the same time, if we do not get it, it gives the birth to anger and jealousy because somebody else got it and I'm so jealous about that person, about the situation, and I'm so angry that I did not get it. And when I do not get it, when I get angry, my memory, I forget who I am because the anger has taken over my mind and I just forget. I lose my happiness, my true being. And that's how my smriti, my buddhi, my wisdom gets damaged. So if that's the question, then what is the solution? Because we all know when we get angry. In fact, study shows that with the anger, our blood pressure goes up. Our health is affected. Our heart gets damaged. And once we get the angry, it takes long time for a body to come back, our system to come back to the equanimity level, the calmness level. And we can experience it sometimes if we are very angry. We totally forget where did I put my keys, and we totally forget about many things, including ourselves. So how does one attachment and all these angers work? It damages us. It damages our health. It gives us insomnia at night. We get worried. And I call these 5+2 enemies. Simply, attachment, desire, anger, greed, ego, arrogancy, jealousy, resentment. And one leads to another one. When we get angry, it comes anxiety, fear, anger, resentment, nervousness, losing my sleep at night, my attitudes get damaged, it becomes very negative, then my body starts releasing the toxins in my system, and before I know, my immune system gets down. I get more cold, more virus, I attract more viruses. And when I'm negative, I can't sleep at night. So, and also my surroundings, because other people get the same vibes from me. So not only my body develops the diseases, I get the blood pressures, I get the, and all that cancer and asthma and all these diseases are immune deficiency related diseases. So attachment, what should we do now? Now we have that knowledge that these are the things are making us sick. These are the carriers. We are responsible for our behavior. So it's not that just the external factors are affecting us. Our health is affected with our emotions. So our emotions, these 5+2 enemies, Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ankar, jealousy, hatred, all these are causing the problems to us. Good example, we can take it from Bhagavad Gita. Dhritarashtra, he was so attached to his son Duryodhana that he totally forgot his whole purpose of his life, that he was the king. He's supposed to take care of not only his children but also his brother Pandu's children equally. But to him, attachment, mamka, that's why very first verse it says, and he asked that question, that mamka, what are my children are doing in the battlefield, Kurukshetra? So he lost his memory, and when that happens, when all these enemies overtake us, we forget. Not only we forget, people do adharma, which we talked about in previous session. What is adharma? It means they do not follow the codes of ethics. They hurt other people. They become very selfish. And when they become very selfish, they become very negative. They cheat. They become angry. They stab other people. Their behavior is not according to what our scriptures teach or what the humanity teach. They almost become like many of the animal qualities. They develop that. So it's our job to keep calmness, be detached. And we will talk about how to be detached. But today, since we have 5 plus 7 and 2 enemies is 7, so I just want to go to the next one, which is first was attachment, second one is desire. As it says that dhyato vishyan punsa sangasteshu upjayate sanga sanjayate kama. Kama means desire. Then desire comes. In fact, in Bhagavad Gita also it says that it answers that who is responsible for our miseries. And in chapter 16, verse 21, it says that lust, anger, greed are 3 gates to hell. Trividam narkasyadam dwaram nashnam atmanam. Kama krodasya tatha lobasya tasmad etat tayam tajet. Means these 3, anger, greed and desires, are the one which are the 3 gates to hell. And according to that, we should not enter those 3 gates. But we all enter those gates, right? We get angry, we get upset when our desires are not fulfilled. And as I said, when it is fulfilled, we become greedy. We want more and more and more. So, desires are the main cause of our problems. Then the question comes, if I do not have the desires, wouldn't the life will be very boring? If I don't have a desire to come on and live right now and be with all of you, wouldn't life will be so boring? And I will not be delivering my messages and you will not be receiving it. So then the question comes, we cannot live without desires. Even the desire for moksha, desire for happiness, that's a desire. So then the question comes, what type of desires we should have? So the desires which brings the happiness in us and also happiness in others, because if we have a happiness within us, if we are not angry, we do not have a negative attitude, we are not sick, then we can share with others. So first, the desire should be that I want to be healthy, happy, and also connected with myself, with divinity, with others. And once we have those kind of desires, and if we have selfish desires, then Bhagavad Gita also says how you can work on it. We should get involved with the selfless service. And I can give you a good example here. I used to have a desire of buying a lot of clothes and jewelry. And whenever I went to India, of course I had a goal to meet our friends and family members, but one of the goals I always had, how many outfits I'm going to buy and how much jewelry I'm going to buy. And I did. But once I started learning to help others and start reading Bhagavad Gita and start learning about selfless service and volunteering more places and getting involved with more homeless and more needy places, then I realized that this money, what I spend on things for jewelry and clothes, how much other people could benefit from it. So I still had a habit of shopping, but what I did, how I transformed my habit, I went for shopping because I still had that habit, but instead of shopping for myself, I started shopping for the girls, young girls who were going to get married. So I would buy jewelry and clothes for them, and they will enjoy so much. And so I was transforming my habit little by little of putting the ceilings on my desire, which Satya Sai Baba always says, put ceilings on the desire. So I was transforming my habit, and I was looking into it that do I really need, or would other people benefit from it? So the question is, would I benefit, or with the same amount of money, I could buy the outfits and the jewelry for at least 10 to 15 girls who were getting married, and get a big smile, and then buy the dishes for their newlyweds and things like that. So basically help out others. So putting the ceiling on the desires, because the number of selfish desires we have, it's directly proportional to the numbers of miseries we have in our life. So taking care of our needs is our responsibility. It is our dharma. At the same time, putting ceiling and not having too many desires, or worldly desires, or running after the rat race, and because other people have it and I have it. So we have to look into that. The third one is anger. Anger is the greatest enemy, as I mentioned before, and study shows that when we get angry, we create a lot of toxins in our body, and it takes long time for body to heal back. And there is a beautiful story that how the anger hurts others and how we can learn from it. That there was a young fellow who was very notorious and had very highly tempered boy, and he used to abuse people, sometimes get very angry and hurt them. And his father finally told him that every time you get angry, here is the nail, go and pound one nail in the fence. Because father was trying to bring him aware of his anger and his misbehavior. So every time he misbehaved, he put one nail into the fence, and he did it for 21 days. And finally, when he became aware of it, then he started transforming his behavior, and so the number of nails got minimized, and it came to the point where he would totally become a calm person, and he was not abusing other people and did not had a negative behavior. So there were no nails left, and he was so happy. He went and told his dad, look, I don't have any more anger and I don't have any more nails to pound. And then his father says, now why don't you do this? Go and for one good behavior, every day take one nail out. So in 21 days, he took all the nails out. So he was even more happier that he transformed so well. And then his father says, son, look at the fence. The nails which have you pulled out, all those nails left whole behind the wood in the fence. In other words, any time we hurt other people, we verbally abuse other people, we hurt them. And then even though we say we are sorry, we apologize, but the wound which we have created because of our anger is always left behind. Therefore, we should make sure that we should speak good, loving, caring. We should behave with other people. We should care for humanity. Treat others the way we want to be treated. And then the greed, as I mentioned. We must take care of our greed. In other words, we should be content and we should help others with our resources rather than just doing the shopping for ourselves. Like when I used to do the shopping in India and used to come back to USA, my biggest problem used to be I never had a place in my closets, in my cupboards. but I enjoyed shopping. So I was slave of my desires. And that's what we have to eliminate, or we have to minimize it. And then here comes the biggest one, ego. I. Ego means me, me, me. Every time I speak about I am this, I am this, I am this. In fact, the very first language we learn as a childhood, people ask us, what is your name? And we say, who you are, and I say, I'm Satya Kalra, I'm so and so, I am so and so. So all the time we live with I. And whatever we do, we just become very arrogant. And everything is driving us toward I. Our arrogancy, our pride. And I'm talking about ego which has an arrogancy. I'm not talking about the self-esteem, because we must have a good self-esteem. But the arrogancy gives us more negative behavior, more doing the things to others which might hurt them, because we always think I'm better than other person, my way is better than other person. So we always, which is Swami Chidananji always says, I means I, which creates the line between me and other person, because that's the wall, that I is the wall. Now flat the I, connect that I, turn I into we. And when we turn I into we connect with other people. So we must go easy on our ego. So to me, ego means go easy. So go easy, let go of I-ness, and be more with we. That's what the actual meaning of Bhagavad Gita is. Because every chapter of Bhagavad Gita says Yog at the end, Vishad Yog, Bhakti Yog, etc. Yog means connection, union. So we have to connect ourselves with others. So we should not be separated just with I, but we should bring connect with other people, and we should be we. And then the jealousy, as I mentioned before. If we do not get certain things, or if other people have more than us, we kind of feel jealous. And I want to share my experience with you, that I used to feel the jealous because I'm a human being also, and now it's almost eliminated. But at one time I used to feel jealous, and I wanted to transform that habit, because that habit was not giving me, that feelings were not giving me good feelings. It was snatching my happiness, my smile from me. So I developed the habit. And how I did it? There is a beautiful verse in Bhagavad Gita. It says, Adveshta sarva bhutanam, mitra karu evcha, nirmamo nirhankara, samdukha sukha shami. Santushta sattam yogi, yatatman dran nischar, mayar pit mano buddhi, yo mad bhakta priyanar. So what it means, adveshta. So every time I felt jealous, I used to write it down, adveshta, adveshta, and put it in my pocket, because in those days I used to work in the lab and I used to wear white coat. So I used to put it in my pocket, and every time I'm walking around, or going to the bathroom or whatever, I would look at that. And in 21 days, I transformed myself from dvesha to adveshta. So these are the practices we can do. And once we do these practices, in fact in Bhagavad Gita it says beautifully how we can eliminate our desires, our jealousy, all that, because Bhagavad Gita, as I said, it is the ocean of wisdom. And beautiful verse I wanted to share here with you. It says, Vihai kamanya sarvan pumash charit nisprasha nirmamo nirhankara sashantim digachati. So the benefit we get by eliminating or by minimizing our wants versus needs, then we get shantim digachati. This is the param shanti, param peace we can experience, not only during the living time or into day-to-day life, but beyond. We go to bed, we sleep in peace. And in Bhagavad Gita says it's not only you sleep in peace, but also antakalecha api brahm nirmanam marchati. Means even when we die in peace. And we feel oneness with God. So the ultimate, we experience the ultimate happiness, and we become dear to God, and we get the grace of God, because we are not in the rat race. We are practicing goodness here, righteousness here, all the things what God is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita. And when we bring that God or G, then the rat race with the G, the spelling, becomes grace. So race is R-A-C-E, and when you put G, it becomes grace. So from race, it becomes grace. So we experience the grace of God. So there is a beautiful poem I wanted to share with you. And it says, "Oh my desire, oh my attachment, my anger, my greed, you led me to suffer. You drove me off the track. I was too weak to control you. So you controlled me. You took away my sleep at night. You left me with pains in my chest. You drove me to ICU because I could not breathe anymore. You made me lose my temper and drove my dear ones away from me. You made me lie, steal, and stab others on their back. I thought you were my friend, and I let you stay with me. The more I nurtured you, the more you took over my life. Now I have lost relationship. I have lost my sleep. And finally, I have lost my health. I have few more days to live and pray to God. Please do not allow these selfish desires, these attachment, these angers over of anyone, including my enemy, because no one is my biggest enemy than my own selfish desires, my own attachments, my own anger, my own greed, my own ego. They are my biggest enemy. So, oh my Lord, oh my Krishna, please give me only desires to attain you. So may God bless you with the desires to attain God and God realization. So now, as I always said, please make a list of your questions. And I have been doing it in the book, and I'm going to show you again. So please take the pen and notebook and write down what are your barriers. You think, what are your barriers? Why does my mood swings between sorrow and happiness? And what drives me? Do I have high expectations from others? And here is the biggest one, my favorite one. What do I do the first in the morning? Because dhyayato vishan punsa, whatever we think first thing in the morning, that has an impact on our life. So what do I think the most in the morning? Do I go to my smartphone? Do I get on my Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp? What do I do? What do I think most of the time? Because if most of the time many people are spending a lot of time on these social medias, and that becomes our lifestyle. And so how much time am I spending? What am I doing? So the mantra for today is I transform, because we have to transform ourselves from these 5+2 enemies: Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Ahankar, attachment, anger, greed, ego. So we have to transform ourselves from these worldly desires. So again, as I said, the mantra for today is I transform. So we want to do a very short meditation. So please sit down comfortably. Close your eyes very gently, as long as you are not driving and operating any machinery. Take a deep breath with your nostrils all the way down to your stomach. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. And now breathe normally. And with every breath, say smile. Smile in, smile out. You can say it quietly or loudly, but make sure you smile. And continue to breathe normally. And with every breath, say, I am calm. Breathe in, I am calm. Breathe out, I am calm. I am calm. I am calm. And feel the calmness in your body. And keep repeating with me. I am content. I am content. I am content. And feel the contentment in your body. I'm loving and caring. I am anxiety-free, anger-free. I am fear-free. I am worry-free. I help others. I connect with others. I take full responsibility of my action. I am free from anger. I have positive attitude. I sleep well at night. I am healthy. Wealthy. I am prosperous. I am abundant. God loves me very much. My heart is filled with love and compassion. I am very loving and caring. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sato Mam Satgamaya Tamso Mam Jyotirgamaya Mritur Mam Amritam Gamaya. God, lead me from unreality to reality, from untruth to truth, from darkness to light. Oh God, please help me to transform my anger into love, my attachment into detachment, my worldly desires for only to serve the universe and take care of my physical needs. And make me healthy so I can help others. Please help me to eliminate my greed and make me content. And also from my ego to humility, humbleness. So please make me humble, more humble, and open my heart so I can share my resources with others and fill my hands with kindness. Fill my eyes with your grace, my mouth with sweet talk, my ears so I do not hear the gossip, but I just listen to your messages. I see the goodness in others. And please help me so I have more positive thoughts. Shower me, bless me, grace me with good thoughts, and be with me every moment of my life. Help me to so I can live in your consciousness and we are together. You and I are one. So please stay with me all the time. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Peace for my body, peace for my mind, and peace for the universe. Thank you very much. And now, massage your face, your body with this powerful energy you have, and also put it on your eyes and then open your eyes very gently. Thank you very much for being a beautiful meditation. So the tip of the session is to practice until the next session is that in the morning, please do not just go on your smartphone or on your Facebook or on the social media, but be calm and go within yourself. Do something which gives you more pleasure, because in the morning when we go on the Facebook, there are so many messages and our mind gets very confused and scattered all over. In Bhagavad Gita it says, when the mind is scattered so much, then our worldly desires are also scattered. So we live in the worldly desires. We scattered our minds. So in order for us to be calm, serene, just first thing in the morning, just do your mantra, even just a Om 3 times, 8 times, whatever your mantra is, just be with yourself. If nothing else, just sit down quietly or go for a walk or do something. Or put your mind yourself or focus on your breath. That is the biggest practice you can do. Just focus on your breath, maybe 3 times, 10 times, 108 times, whatever time you, but just focus on your nostrils and take the breath within yourself. So our next topic will be beyond birth and death, because many people ask that question. So it will be our next session. I will be speaking about it. And please forward this information to your friends, share with them, invite them, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's a youtube.com, Satya Kalra, but I will be also posting it under the comment section. So please look at there. And also please like our other page, Path to Anandam. And if you have any question, please send it to me again, satya@pathtoanandam.org or info@pathtoanandam.org. And thank you very much for joining, and have a blissful day and blissful evening, because here it's almost the evening night now. So wherever you are, God bless you all. Thank you.